You know what's actually playing with the minds of our young developers and entrepreneurs? Articles like these. Hello everyone, so in this video we are going to talk about overnight successes and the real truth behind them. So let's get started. So overnight successes. Many of the times or most of the times of the day you are being bombarded by articles like some 20-year dude has raised X amount of resources or money from some venture capitalist and he's performing great and he's living his dream life, and somewhere you are not, and you kind of feel depressed by looking at all of these people achieving their dreams, and you are just relaxing in your couch and doing nothing to take your life further and towards your dream. But what these media articles don't tell you is that how much of the time that person has devoted to actually make his or her dream a reality. They don't tell you the amount of efforts they have put in to their dreams to make their dreams a reality. They don't tell you, they never tell you that, and I have read so many articles about these things, and I don't know what's the reason, because hustle is kind of boring or something and hard work is non-sexy or something like that. I don't know, but yes, most of these kind of articles or books or success stories never show you the entire story. Okay, so with that, you need to understand that overnight successes are exceptions and are not the norm. So a person can become an overnight success, but that is not a natural flow of anything, right? So it can be his luck or the market condition that could have resulted in his overnight success, or there are many other factors which you can never predict. So there can be things like that, but don't think that overnight successes are the norm, and if you follow certain path and if you are going to cover XYZ topics or fields or check those points, you are going to become an overnight success. Now, how can you ensure that you can become an overnight success? Well, there is no such path and nobody can guarantee you that you can be an overnight success. But one thing you can understand, that every person who is successful and who is living his dream has put in a lot of efforts and hustle into his work, right? So to become an overnight success, you need to put in the work. Now, how much work are we talking about? If you want to be a world-class professional or a student or a businessman, and you want to be a top-notch person in your niche, the studies have revealed that one has to put in around 10,000 hours of effort towards perfecting his or her career or niche so that he can be a world-class professional in that particular domain. Now, I don't want to discourage you from getting started in any field, but yes, when I started this channel, I made a promise to myself that I will only give you purest truth and we will only talk about realistic things in this channel. I don't feel a need to sugarcoat the stuff. So 10,000 hours are for building a world-class level portfolio, right? But if you are new to your niche or field and you just want to test the waters, maybe you can try to devote much lesser hours, somewhere in the range of 500 to 1000 hours, and then try to test the waters and see that is it a right field for you or not, right? And maybe after putting that kind of hours, you can get to some intermediary success which can even push you further to devote even more time towards that particular niche or domain, and you can come out as a world-class level professional in that thing. Now, there is a great book regarding this topic where the author has talked about this 10,000 hour rule, and he has put in some great case studies in that book as well, so that you can relate to that whether these persons have put so much efforts in building their career or not, right? The book is Outliers by Malcolm Gladwell. So in that book, you'll get to read many success stories from Bill Gates to some judges So let's talk about some real world overnight success stories. And for this, we are going to take the example of Bill Gates. Now, when Bill Gates came out with Microsoft and Microsoft was selling like hotcakes, everyone was thinking like Bill Gates is an overnight success. But in fact, he was programming for like 7 years or maybe more than that before launching Microsoft from his garage, right? So he has already invested that kind of effort and hours toward perfecting his profession, and then he came out with something which is very much valuable to other people and which was helping other people to solve their problems. So he has already put in the effort required to make a successful startup, right? For the second example, we are going to consider a popular mobile phone application, Flappy Bird. Now, if you had a mobile phone somewhere in 2013 and 40, you must have played this game Flappy Bird. It is a popular game for iOS and Android, right? And it broke all the charts around the world, and it was one of the most downloaded games on iOS and Android stores, which also made its programmer Dong Nguyen an overnight success. Now, the fact is that Dong had been programming games for a much longer time before launching Flappy Bird, and he had launched more than 50 titles before launching Flappy Bird. So he has survived 50 title failures before launching Flappy Bird, right? So if you are one such person who can survive that kind of failure, despite of all these failures, you just get up again and again and try to put in even more efforts and try to learn from your failures and mistake, and then reiterate over your solutions, enhance them, advance them, and relaunch them, talk to your customers, and I think you can make it to a best level possible for you in future. But do remember that without hard work, nothing is going to come to you, and you don't deserve anything just because you are a part of this world. If you want something, you need to work towards it. You need to prove to the world that you really deserve it, and if you are going to put the efforts, I am very much sure that you will become a world class professional or a businessman, and you will conquer the world for you. But yes, be ready to sacrifice some part of your life and your leisure and your comfort and devote that thing to build your career, and then you can be hopeful about getting results. Without putting in the efforts, if you are going to rely on luck and your luck is working somehow, that is great, but luck does not work most of the time. So you need to make sure that you have put in the amount of hard work required, so whenever the luck is around the corner, your hard work is already there. So with that combination, you are going to make it to a successful career. So never chicken out from putting in the hard work, and always keep yourself motivated. And with that, I'm signing off, and make sure you give this video a thumbs up and share with your buddies who you think can actually benefit from this video. And with that, this is your guy Rajat Saxena signing off. Take care.